in National College of Ireland, and my module is higher diploma of software develop, and it's a Springboard course. So this is my Nanching in you, and my student number is 2317600105. So it's like I need there's outline of project overview, requirement specific, migration, use case design, technical specification, Ghana chart, analyze challenge, encounter, and conclusion and future. So it's more like my final project, but I would like to, because I have like 10 to 15 minutes to talk about PTT. So I obviously ate more content of this PTT. So talking about the project, cause like at first, changing of the project or objective, I designed like restaurant side, admin side, and user side. But in the end, like I still have the restaurant side, but it's like I just try to remove it because normally I have like two main character is the user, that means customer, and admin, and I just like simplify like the homepage, ordering management, and all the information or restaurant management to the customer. New side of testing, yeah, I did a I did I did got a lot of bottlenecks, so I will talk about later. Requirement, yeah, there's a lot of like a lot of like things incompleted, but I already like I already like working on the basic one, so my basic one is definitely running. And final solution is like I just try to minimize like as much as I could. So like I was like it just like as I thought, like all the function I expect is still running. So I kind of like satisfied of my project. So that's my use case design. So normally it's like the customer is like normally they are the receive one. So there's two sides they can go give to the admin. It's like they can send the order. So admin will just organize the ordering and check is delivered or not. And also the personal detail is like customer they can create their personal detail. So admin can modify their details. And also I think that's the main function I was talking about. Yeah, and the technique specifications. This is like the most difficult part I have ever overcome. Yeah, programming of the Java programming language. So cause like we have to use the Spring Boot fan. I also found like I'm learning Tomac. Tomac is like it's kind of funny because Tomac is like the things I never use. And Tomac is like the function, like this is the Tomac servers I googled. Tomac server is like it's like a container of the HTTP, and Tomac is like a web container. I would say it's a web container for the Java server. And it's also support the Java servers and Java server page, and recode and support HTTP. Yeah, it's basic. It's like an easy to make the web apps and conf and server XML. So that's the concept of Tomac server. Tomac server is like they are you just wrap something again and again, and so it's like a container. So it's like layer by layer. I kind of learned like this concept for a long time because like in the class we didn't talk about Tomcat. So Tomcat is like something I need to learn by myself. So I I did overcome a lot of part of the Tomcat, because Tomcat is like I need to learn from the start. Yeah, and also the web so HTML, CSS, JavaScript interface friendly. It's like all the web development. Yeah, cause like this is one of my favorite part of all the everything, and so this is not like a big problem for me to design everything. And JWT security one is the things like I have to learn, and it's kind of interesting because like it's also API is like kind of like interesting thing. API is kind of like uh it's like application programming interface. So it's like you send A to B, so one is like offer all the like input, so the other one is like recall all the input. So it's kind of interesting things I have to learn. So that's something I download about it. It's like your API, and this is like the security system of JWS, JSON Web Token. So it's like your resource, and authorify the servers, then return or recall. So and that's the client part. So I think this picture is like very very clearly to talk explain of the security system. And also the security system is like the things I never ever touched. But when I kind of like into it, I kind of find that this is interesting because like when user enter the it's also like make sure like when user enters the something and it's like security system and make sure like they enter the right thing or wrong thing. So they're gonna like reject them to enter it or let them to enter their details. So this part is like one of the most interesting part, and I really spend a lot of time on JWT because JWT is like something I've never learned about it, and especially for all the logging system input identity verified. Yeah, so yeah, it's very interesting, and I really learned a lot from the project. Yeah, and also my SQL. I think that my SQL database is like you need to learn everything very very carefully because um there's two page like a lot of pages connect each other. So that's like a little bit example like I did like of my work. And yeah, database is like very very interesting things to make. Oh, this is my Gantt chart. So my Gantt chart at first, like I was like, I just make everything like very clearly and step by step, like, and I just try to keep myself like at least 3 week for final modify. But in the end, it's like this. Like it's like a totally big different for my project because there's a lot of things like I didn't expect, but it still happened. Especially like I did like for the first 4 weeks to make my plan, but like I think it took too much time because I only have 14 weeks to finish everything, and the database already use a lot of time for me, and also the Java stuff and all, especially the Tomcat and something like I have to learn from the start. Especially like JWT, I need to learn from it. It's also belong and also need to set about environments. I also need to learn something like from the start, especially Tomcat and also the API, also JWT. So it really took me a lot of time. Yeah, so I ate something like more, especially Tomcats and this like Tomcat and API JWT. It really roam a lot of time. So in the end, I didn't have too much time to do the final modify. So challenge encounter. Yeah, there are a lot of challenge I have ever encountered in the whole project, especially the project of my a lot like database design. Yeah, and also my SQL, and I also use the ideal JTK to work it. And ideal JDK like normally we use Eclipse, but ideal JDK is like things like they are easier to combine everything. But for me, it's like totally new thing because we before we did use Eclipse. So ideal JDK is something I really need to learn new about it. And I also find like I need to open my SQL and modify the POM Excel. It's like I did learn a lot of things. Also, I think the most challenging part is like the error handling and debugging because especially for Java part, I think the most things difficult for me is like debugging. Debugging is like I need to check what's the error from it, and then sometimes I need to Google why is the error happen and how come is the, and I need to check the error one by one. Yeah, and performance optimization. Yeah, that's what I was like. I make a little bit small diagram about that. And again, when I just combine everything and open optimizing like using a lot of like Spring Boot's framework, and it just like I expect like only like everything's like 2 weeks or a little bit like 6 weeks or 4 weeks, and step by step to complete everything, especially the test. But in the end, everything was like out of my surprise. See, so the orange one is like I expect is the real ton, and compared to the blue one I expect it's like no most it's like double ton. So I really spend a lot of time on this project as I expected. Yeah, experience. Yeah, there's are a lot of experience, especially like I say like because like in the class we didn't really learn how to build full website, and normally we just code we just like did projects like Java, just did like Java and did MySQL, and we just do like algorithm and something like. And now the biggest challenge is I combine everything together. It's like a really big challenge for me. Sometimes I feel like 14 weeks is not enough for me. Yeah, it's definitely not enough to make try to make everything to be perfect, but I think that's the enough time to let you know how is an app working and learning new things. Yeah, I think that's the purpose of doing this project. Is like how much you have learned, and especially it's like your ability of self learning. Yeah, and you need to push yourself to learn something and build something and make something. Yeah, especially yeah, that's the all everything I did and design everything and yeah, develop inside, and it's really difficult, and I also need to read and check a lot of website to help myself to doing those stuff. And overall it's like yeah, I did really enjoy like this project to do it. Yeah, and it's a really tough way to do it, but like it just showed me like my ability push my ability of what I learned from this course and comprehends everything. Yeah, my website is not perfect, I would say that, but like it's already like I can, especially if it can running and connect like few database, and I'm already happy because like we didn't learn that, and also the Assam Yasam is really nice, and he was like introduced all the spring builds, but like we have to learn something by ourselves, so it was like a lot of work, but I kind of enjoy. So in the future, like I still like try to use a lot of I still because I didn't have time to do it, so like I still want to finish the Vue.js and use the React to improve my user experience. And also I would say like this it's not 100 perfect what I have ever made, but I would like to make it more perfectly if I have time, but like after this project if I still have some time, so I will keep working on it. So yeah, I kind of enjoying to doing this project. So yeah, that's my PTT reports. Thank you for listening, and um yeah, that's what I report. Thank you so much again.